Hi guys, today we are going to be creating a hug machine, which means we are doing some sort of animal hugging. So you have a choice. I'm going to do 2 quick drawings. My suggestion is doing this with a pencil, but things you're going to need today are markers and a pair of scissors, okay? You can decorate it however you want. So one option is, okay, you want to make sure that you have space to hug. So I just have, these are going to be my arms. This one and this one. So I folded my paper 2 times and then I'm folding it flat again. Okay. So this middle part is going to be my head. I don't care whether you do a bear or you do a rabbit or a monkey. It's up to you. Okay. So I'm going to do a bear and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make my bear on here. I'm going to use a Sharpie or a black marker because this is not showing up. Okay. Black marker. I'm going to draw an ear right here. I'm going to keep going and add a little bit of hair. Coming over, here's my other ear. And then my head's going to come down, right? So there's my head. Then coming off the sides is where those arms are going to be, right? So here is the arm and it has some paws. So it might be a little bumpy out here. And then it comes down over. It's okay if it doesn't hit the bottom of the page. Same thing over here. I have my arm that comes out. It's going to have some bumps. If you wanted them to have claws, you could give them claws. It's your bear. If they're 2 different lengths, that's also a-okay. If you want to cut off this bottom part, you can cut off the bottom part. If you want to leave it, you can leave it. So on my bear, I'm going to cut off the bottom part. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm cutting my bear out. Now notice I'm not cutting right on the line, and that's okay. I'm actually cutting off some of that black marker that I drew with, which doesn't matter one way or the other. You can keep it, you can cut it. It's your artwork today. You are allowed to draw any kind of animal you want as your hug machine. The only requirement is that you have your animal hugging. Some animals might be harder than others to draw if they're hugging. Like a porcupine could be pretty tricky, guys. So I'm going ahead, cutting these guys out. Now I have all this extra scrap paper, and if I wanted to add stuff back on, I could do that if I have markers at my seat. So things I'm going to do now. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to draw the details. So I know that my hug machine is going to be able to hug. So up here, I'm going to draw my nose. I'm going to draw this is the actual nose, right? I'm going to color it in. You have markers with you today, guys, so you can color it however you want. You do not need to do it like mine. I'm going to do some little tiny eyes. And then I'm going to switch colors. I actually have a gray today, so I'm going to use gray. If you have brown, you could use brown. You could have purple. It's up to you how you want to do this. So over here, we have the kind of the paw print. So the center of the paw has this pad. Looks something like that. And then we have these fingers that come out. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think mine's supposed to have 5, but I'm just going to put the other one right here. Okay, I can actually cut in an extra paw or a part of my paw right there if I wanted. And then color this right in. So you can now color yours however you want. I'm just going to do one. Maybe I'm adding in some fur marks, just some little marks like this on my bear. Right? And then some more at the bottom, but maybe leaving the middle space in case I want to do a heart right here. I'm adding some fur up here. Again, guys, you can do any animal you would like. You can color it however you want. They just have to be hugging. Okay? So I have this guy. Maybe I want to take a different color now and make a big heart in the middle. To make my heart, I'm doing an M, lowercase m, with a V underneath. Okay, maybe I'll color that in. There's a lot of choice in today. Don't get paralyzed. Don't like stop moving because you don't know what to do. If you don't know what to do, you can always try out one of the things that I'm doing. So I didn't do the other side because I didn't want to waste your time right now. But I am going to show you another option, right? So do whatever is here on the other side. And then you have your hug here. If you want to make another heart on the outside, you can. Okay. Our next drawing, guys, is going to be, I'm just going to do the drawing part, not the actual cutting. Just show you the end result. The next one, we're going to keep our paper like this. We're going to need a little bit of a hand to fold to the middle. And we're going to need a little bit of a hand to the fold to the middle. Okay. So now I have enough space to have my next hug machine make sure it hugs itself. Okay. So on this one, I am doing a different kind of bear. Actually, it could be a rabbit, it could be whatever you want. So I'm going to start in the middle again. I'm going to do the shape of the head. This time I have ears like this, and they're going to come down. And then over here, it's going to go up, and I'm going to have claws. And that's going to come down and curve in. And then I have a foot that's got claws. And then it's going to come in. And then I'm going to have a rainbow right here. And that foot's going to go out. And I have zigzag for my claws, which again is going to come back over and up. And then I'm going to start back up here where my line's going to go over and up with the claws. And this is going to come down and curve in. Okay, so I have this outline. This guy's still going to be able to hug. Okay, if you wanted, you could add any sort of detail, a hair or a bow. It is up to you. Add eyes in here. This guy is going to be able to hug just like my other bear. So guys, I added a little bit of color. You can add any more color. You could put clothes on this guy if you want. But mine is kind of like a peekaboo and then a hug, right? It's going to hug you and then it opens up. This one's a little trickier to cut. This one's a little bit easier to cut. Either way, I'm excited to see what you create. And it can be any animal you want for your hug machine.